Hello YouTube, my name is Scott Perdue. I'm an Amazon author of over 100 books, all kinds of wonderful Christian books, self-help books out there. Next time you're on Amazon, go to the search bar, type in Scott Perdue, pull up all the wonderful options I have out there for you, add some to cart, get those in transit. They're life-changing wisdom and great books out there. Anyway, today I'm going over a book I'd recently published called Kingdom Money, Unlocking Biblical Secrets to Financial Success. Today's lesson is about saving for the future. The Bible is a timeless guide for living a life of purpose and peace, including managing finances wisely. Scripture emphasizes the importance of planning, saving, and stewarding resources in ways that honor God and support future stability. In Proverbs 21:20 Amplified, we find this wisdom. There is precious treasure and oil in the dwelling of the wise, who prepare for the future, but a short-sighted and foolish man swallows it up and wastes it. This verse captures the essence of saving. It reflects wisdom and foresight, enabling us to prepare for future needs while avoiding the pitfalls of impulsive and careless financial decisions. Saving is not a selfish pursuit, but a God-honoring principle that allows us to provide for our families, give generously, and navigate life's uncertainties with peace of mind. By embracing the biblical call to save for the future, we align our financial priorities with kingdom values and unlock the path to true financial success. The wisdom of savings for the future. Saving demonstrates prudence and responsibility, traits consistently praised in Scripture. From the example of Joseph in Egypt to the teachings of Jesus, the Bible highlights the importance of preparing for what lies ahead. Number one, Joseph's example of strategic saving. In Genesis 41, Joseph's interpretation of Pharaoh's dream led to a nationwide strategy of saving during 7 years of abundance to prepare for 7 years of famine. Genesis 41:48 through 49 Amplified describes the plan. During the 7 years of plenty, the land produced abundantly, and Joseph gathered all the surplus food of the 7 good years in the land of Egypt and stored enormous quantities of food in the cities. This example teaches that saving is not about hoarding, but about planning wisely and to ensure provision during times of scarcity. It also shows how saving enables us to help others in times of need. Number two, the ant as a model of diligence. Proverbs 6 through 8 amplifies, points to the ant as a model of foresight and hard work. Go to the ant, O lazy one, observe her ways and be wise, which having no chief, overseer, or ruler, she prepares her food in the summer and brings in her provisions of food for the winter, in the harvest. This lesson underscores the importance of preparing during times of plenty to ensure stability during times of need. The purpose of saving. Saving is about stewardship, not selfishness. It reflects an understanding that all we have belongs to God and must be managed according to His principles. Here are 3 biblical purposes for saving. Number 1, to provide for our families. The Bible emphasizes the responsibility to care for our loved ones. 1 Timothy 5:8 Amplified states, if anyone fails to provide for his own, and especially for those of his own family, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. Saving ensures that we can meet the needs of our families, both now and in the future. Number 2, to be generous in times of need. By saving wisely, we position ourselves to respond to opportunities of generosity. Proverbs 3:27 Amplified encourages, do not withhold good from those to whom it is due. Its rightful recipients, when it is in your power to do it. A well-planned financial life allows us to give freely and joyfully when God calls us to meet the needs of others. Number 3, to avoid the bondage of debt. Saving helps us avoid unnecessary debt, which the Bible warns against in Proverbs 22:7 Amplified. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. By setting aside resources, we can cover emergencies and future expenses without falling into the trap of financial slavery. Practical steps to save for the future. Saving may seem daunting, especially when resources are limited. However, biblical principles offer practical guidance for building a habit of saving. Number 1, create a budget. A budget is a tool for aligning your spending with your priorities. Luke 14:28 Amplified highlights the importance of planning, for which one of you, when he wants to build a tower, does not first sit down and calculate the cost to see if he has enough to finish it. Tracking your income and expenses helps identify areas where you can reduce spending and allocate funding towards savings. Number 2, start small and be consistent. Even small amounts can grow over time. Proverbs 13:11 Amplified advises, wealth obtained by fraud dwindles, but he who gathers gradually by honest labor will increase his riches. Consistent saving, no matter how modest, builds discipline and creates a foundation for financial stability. Number 3, set clear goals. Saving is more effective when tied to specific goals, such as an emergency fund, retirement, or future investments. Habakkuk 2:2 Amplified says, write the vision and engrave it plainly on clay tablets so that the one who reads it will run. Clear goals provide motivation and direction for your saving efforts. Number 4, avoid impulse spending. Proverbs 21:5 Amplified warns, the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance and advantage, but everyone who acts in haste comes surely to poverty. Saving requires self-control and intentionality, resisting the temptation to spend impulsively. Number 5, seek God's guidance. Proverbs 3:5-6 Amplified reminds us, trust in and rely confidently on the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own insight or understanding. In all your ways know and acknowledge and recognize him, and he will make your path straight and smooth, removing obstacles that block your way. Prayer and discernment are essential for managing finances in alignment with God's will. The role of generosity in financial stewardship. Saving and generosity are not opposing principles, but complementary aspects of biblical stewardship. As we save for the future, we also cultivate a spirit of generosity, recognizing that our resources are entrusted to us by God for his purposes. Number 1, generosity reflects God's character. God is the ultimate giver. As John 3:16 Amplified reminds us, for God so greatly loved and clearly prized the world that he even gave his one and only begotten Son by giving to others. We mirror his love and compassion. Number 2, generosity blesses the giver. Proverbs 11:25 Amplified states, the generous man is a source of blessing and shall be prosperous and enriched, and he who waters will himself be watered, reaping the generosity he has sown. Generosity brings joy, fulfillment, and blessings that transcend material wealth. Number 3, generosity fosters contentment. Giving shifts our focus from what we lack to what we can share, cultivating gratitude and contentment. Acts 20:35 Amplified reminds us, it is more blessed and brings greater joy to give than to receive. Balancing saving and giving. The key to balancing saving and giving is seeking God's wisdom and aligning our financial decisions with his priorities. Here are 3 principles for maintaining this balance. Number 1, prioritize tithing. Tithing, the act of giving the first 10% of our income to God, is a foundational principle of biblical stewardship. Proverbs 3:9-10 Amplified teaches, honor the Lord with all your wealth and with your first fruits of all your crops, income. Then your barns will be abundantly filled and your vats will overflow with new wine. By putting God first, we acknowledge his sovereignty and trust him to meet our needs. Number 2, save with generosity in mind. Saving is not about accumulating wealth for selfish purposes, but about preparing to meet future needs and support others. As we save, we remain open to God's leading, ready to share our resources when opportunities arise. Number 3, live simply and give freely. A simple lifestyle creates margin for saving and giving. 1 Timothy 6:6-8 Amplified reminds us, but godliness actually is a source of great gain when accomplished by contentment. That contentment which comes from a sense of inner confidence based on the sufficiency of God. For we have brought nothing into the world, so it is clear that we cannot take anything out of it either. But if we have food and clothing. With these we will be content. The eternal perspective on wealth. Ultimately, financial stewardship is not about earthly wealth, but eternal impact. God reminds us in Matthew 6:19 through 21 Amplified, do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasures is, there your heart will be also. By saving wisely, giving generously, and prioritizing God's kingdom, we lay up treasure that will never fade, reflecting His glory and fulfilling His purpose. Conclusion. Saving for the future is a biblical principle rooted in wisdom, responsibility, and trust in God. It allows us to provide for our families, respond to life's uncertainties, and support God's work through generosity. As we align our financial practices with Scripture, budgeting, saving consistently, avoiding debt, and giving joyfully, we unlock the secrets of financial success and experience the peace and freedom that come from honoring God with our resources. Through faithful stewardship, we reflect God's character, live out His purposes, and build a legacy that glorifies Him for generations to come. All right, that concludes today's video. Thank you for following me through the video. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Again, my name is Scott Perdue. I'm an Amazon author of over 100 books, tons of Christian books, self-help books out there for you. Next time you're on Amazon, go to the search bar, put in my name, Scott Perdue, pull up all those wonderful options, add some to cart, get them in transit. Great books, life-changing wisdom there for you. Anyway, thanks again for following me through this video series. It's a 10-part series. Definitely want to watch them all. Subscribe to my channel. I do all kinds of prayers, all kinds of great stuff. Definitely want to check it all out. Have a blessed day, and again, thank you for following me through this video.